Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Ivan's Childhood. And this is the start of the new month for Filmstagram Movie Club as we talk about the films of Andrei Tarkovsky. And I'm a huge fan of his science fiction work with Solaris and Stalker, and there's other films that I'd definitely like to see more of. And this is really at the beginning of his career with a film that's only an hour and 35 minutes, which is very odd because many of his films are pushing that 2.5, 3 hour mark. So watching this film, it's about a young man, and this is very Russian. It's very sad, very dreary, but it's about a young boy named Ivan whose family is killed by the Nazis, and he escapes and comes back to Russia and tries to connect with the Russian military so that he can continue the fight and avenge his family. But what can a 12-year-old do? And there's a lot of drama here in terms of this young man who has his own motivations for wanting to do this, and all of these men in the military of varying ages and positions trying to figure out what's the best thing for this young man. He has no family. What should he go to military school? Send him off there so he could actually do something in the future to help avenge his family, instead of putting him in danger spying right now as a child. And the performances in this film are all well done. This film is beautifully shot. Tarkovsky really knows how to work magic with his films and cinema, and his cinematographer Vadim Yusov does such a great job with the black and white. There's just camera shots of, there's a significant set piece on a very shallow lake, and there's a lot of trees and just the camera running very poetically across the water and really capturing this tragedy, the poetry in this story, because it's very much a tragedy, and this boy is trying to make a turnaround and avenge his family, and Tarkovsky really knows how to bring a dreamlike quality to his films, and there are particular dream sequences that feel very beautiful and hyper-realized, where he's remembering his family, remembering the nice times before the war and him losing everything. And I feel like this film really capitalizes with those quieter moments where they're able to capture things. There's another set piece in a forest with just these white trees, thin and bare, just as far as the eye can see, and it creates such a feeling in the scene about the gravity of things and the isolation. And this film does a lot of things where it doesn't necessarily have to spell things out for you. The visual storytelling is very strong from Tarkovsky, and this is a great starting outing for a director. And it's very interesting watching this film. I would never have thought that this would be like a first outing for a director. It seems like there's such a powerful hold on how he's telling his story, how he's capturing his actors and their performances, from this young boy who plays Ivan, Nikolai Berliev, and the whole rest of the cast. There's one particular scene that's really impactful where Ivan is in this room with the writing on the wall and just flashes of the pain and suffering, this fear in the eyes and the body language of these prisoners. And it's a very moving scene. What Tarkovsky is able to do with how he shoots the film, how he paces the film, how he captures everything, says so much. And there's little visual nods to showing a much darker outlook on what's actually happening in the film, all the way up until the very end, where there's a particular moment that is very shocking and then cuts into such a beautiful scene to wrap up this film that's also very moving but also sad and melancholic at the same time, because this isn't a happy film. Don't think a lot of Russian films are, but Tarkovsky is able to set a blueprint to what his filmography is going to look like. and where many of his films that I've seen aren't very human dramas like this. This is a very human drama set in war times, but you see the mastery of the filmmaking that you do see in more of his complex works over time. And I'm looking forward to watching some more for this movie club this month. But Ivan's Childhood is a fantastic debut and a nice way to get you into the feel of Tarkovsky's films. And as a film, it is a moving and powerful drama that is definitely worth your time. But those are my thoughts on Ivan's Childhood. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.